I get it. You feel like no matter how hard you try, you're stuck, and you're stuck in the same place. But what if I told you the reason why you feel stuck is because you're holding on too tightly? I'm going to show you why letting go is just a mindset. It's the key to real lasting growth. So stay tuned. We're going to talk about it.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Everyone talks about growth, right? But very few people talk about what it is to let go and how that's the first step. And that's probably the reason why you're being held back, or that's what's holding you back. It might be the fear, it might be control issues, or it might even be the fear of success. But some of these things are keeping you stuck. By the end of this video, we're going to discuss it. We're going to talk about it. You're going to know exactly how to release and let go of those things that no longer serves you. And I want you to start to think about how you're going to grow into the best version of yourself just by letting go. Let's start by talking about the fear of failure. Yes, this is the number one reason why people stay stuck in their comfort zone. And I understand, I get it. I'm human. I'm not perfect. So that's why I can talk about it, because I've also experienced these things. And the fear of failure is what keeps you stuck in a cycle of repeat. It's the failure to launch. It's the failure to be able to move forward, because you're always picturing and thinking about what might happen. So picture yourself, you have big dreams, you have thoughts, you have aspirations, and you want to start something. But instead of starting it, you always take a step and you take a couple steps backwards and you never move forward. Why? Probably because you have that fear of failure. The fear is what keeps you trapped in this cycle of what ifs. What if this doesn't happen? What if that doesn't happen? How are they going to look at me? All of those things that, yes, probably could be true, but most of the time isn't true. Failing isn't the end of your story. It's part of the process of growth. So you have to embrace that. Letting go of fear of failure means embracing that it's your teacher, and you have to look at it from a higher set of lenses and not try to avoid it. The next thing is letting go of control. The need for control makes us resistant to the change that is often needed for us to see the things that we are looking towards, to see the fulfillment, the manifestations of what we're asking about. Think about the last things that didn't go your way. If you really think about it, a lot of things don't go your way. But it's because of that repeated cycle of things not going your way, and the way that your beliefs are, your limiting beliefs, that you feel like it's always going to be like that. So instead of embracing it and saying that I use it as my teacher, you want a level of control. Why? Because you're trying to hold on and you're trying to protect your feelings. You're trying to micromanage everything so you can feel a certain way through the process, not realizing that is part of the process, not realizing that it is sometimes that it's going to hurt. It's not going to feel good. When you hold on too tight, you're adding more stress, and it leaves no room for flexibility. You aren't adaptable. You can't just go with the flow. You can't just see how it's all going to unfold. You have a vision in your mind of how you want it to go, and then if it doesn't go that way, now you're disappointed, you're sad, you're upset, you're angry. And that's life. But in my experience, what I found out, a lot of times when you let go, and you let go of outcome-based thoughts, most of the time it works out better than you can ever expect it. by loosening that grip, loosening that hold. Be willing to go through the fire. Be willing to handle, and even having the mindset of saying to yourself that you can handle anything that may come your way. That's going to set you up for unexpected opportunities. So letting go allows you to be more adaptable and be more open to the growth that is needed. Letting go of perfectionism. My personal experience, I've struggled a lot with this because I'm detail oriented, especially if it's something that I want to look and feel a certain way. Because in the way I used to believe is perception is everything, and to a point, perception is everything. But it's tied to, it was always tied to the thoughts of, how would people think? Am I worthy, or am I going to be good enough? So I had to make sure everything was airtight. Whatever the project that I was working on, whatever the situation that I was in. So perfectionism feels like aiming high, but it's really disguised a lot of times in that failure to launch. It goes back to the other 2 points. It leads to procrastination. So you spend a whole lot of time trying to make it perfect instead of finishing the product. And when you don't finish it, now you're in this loop of feeling guilt and shame because you didn't finish the product, because now you feel like you weren't good enough or it wasn't good enough. Your mindset delays the progress and it limits your creativity. So in order to beat that, you have to be able to beat perfectionism, you have to be able to let go so you can take action faster. Let go of the past mistakes. Here's another one that I've struggled with majorly and is often tied to perfectionism and not wanting to feel human experiences and emotions, because they're all experiences. They're all the things that we need in order to take us to the next level. Now, you don't know what you don't know. You have to grow through it to get through it. And unless you unveil what's unconscious and make it conscious, how do you know what it is that you needed to grow? How do you know the lessons that were built into those difficult circumstances in order for you to be able to become aware of what you need to do and what you don't need to do? Mistakes have a way of haunting us, and we repeat them on repeat. We replay them over and over into our heads. Think about the last time you made a mistake. Did you find yourself stuck? Did you find yourself regretful? Were you unable and frozen and unable to move forward? Holding on to those moments only stops you from growing. It only stops you from becoming, being the person that you really see in your mind's eye that you want to be. Damn it, it's not about anybody else, what anybody else sees. You need to let go of all of that. It's who do you want to become? Who do you want to be? So allow the lessons to do the work in you. Your past mistakes don't define you. Learning from them does. Let go of the people who no longer align with you. This is a hard one. I get it, guys. Not everybody is going to understand you. Not everybody is going to get your journey. It's not for them to get. It's not their journey. It's your life. Yes, there's going to be some people who you want to go with you. But some people aren't meant to go with you. Some people aren't meant to be in your life forever. And that makes you scared. It makes you uneasy. Because the human mind wants certainty. It doesn't want to think about the unknown and what can happen, these what ifs. You think about what's going to happen to my friends, what's going to happen to my relationships, Why have we grown apart? You're so scared to let go. So you hold on even tighter, which almost forces the break. Because now you're holding on to a situation, but you guys are moving in different directions. So it's painful at first, and it takes a level of understanding, cooperation with the universe. It takes growth, it takes maturity, it takes emotional intelligence. And yes, it's going to hurt at times. But letting go of those who aren't serving you, who aren't uplifting you, it creates space for the other connections, for the people to come into your life who truly inspire you and support you. Letting go isn't easy. I understand it. I get it. It's a process. But every time you release something that's holding you back, you make space for something better. Now, if this video has helped you, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. My name is Prince, the real Prince Williams, and I'll see you in the next video.